Hey everybody, I'm Nick Gismondi for NARCH.com. Let's take a look back and see what happened this weekend in the NARCH Regional Weekend Report. This weekend we visited one of our favorite rinks, the 949 Roller Hockey Center in sunny Southern California. Every division from 6 and under Cubs to Pro took place, and after 177 action-packed games, we crowned 16 different champions. Here's how the weekend played out. The Pro Division consisted of 4 teams: Las Vegas Tour Rebels, Revision Vanquish, Mission Axiom, and HockeyMonkey.com. It was a very balanced division as no team would win all of their round-robin games, and no team went without a win. Both semis would also be great games as Mission Axiom defeated Vanquish 5-3 and Hockey Monkey got past the Rebels 4-3. Mission is coming off a big cash win in Hawaii where they were celebrating exactly 2 weeks ago to the day. They would also have reason to celebrate today as they went on to win a second consecutive title by the final of 4-2. Number 19 Taylor Kane played very well in Hawaii and carried that momentum into this one, scoring 2 of the 4 goals in the final for Mission. 4 6 and under Cub teams delighted the fans with some impressive play. Since the snow cones after the game are as important as the outcome of the game, it's always fun to have the Cubs in action. In the championship, it came down to the 949 Anarchy and Silicon Valley Quakes. These two teams played to a 1-goal game in the prelims, so we expected a good championship as well. Number 91, Jimmy Master Simone, was a little too much for the Quakes in this one, scoring 4 goals as the Anarchy won gold for the home rink 8-4. 6 teams competed in our 8 and under Atom division. The Summer Wildcats and Tour Raw Steel would win 2 games and tie each other in the prelims. 949 Anarchy and Raw Steel had a great game in the playoffs that Raw Steel would pull out 8-7 in overtime to face the Wildcats once again for the AA championship. In the final, Raw Steel had a tough time containing number 33 Zachary Karpa as he had 5 goals, and the Wildcats won the title by a final of 8-5. The Atom Single A championship would come down to the 2 teams that traveled the furthest to play: the Delta River Rats from Antioch and the Las Vegas Tour Rebels. Number 33 for the River Rats, Dominic Hofferber, scored a hat trick in the championship, and the River Rats would take home the gold. 8 teams rounded out our Mite division, and Rink Rat Mission California 2000 was the cream of the crop. They only allowed 3 goals against the whole tournament. The Brew from Arizona defeated the Puck Hogs 4-2 in the semi to face Rink Rat in the AA championship, but they just couldn't penetrate the tough defense. Rink Rat Mission California would take the championship by a final of 4-0. In the Single A division, we had 2 close semifinals, with 949 Anarchy defeating AKS 5-3 and Tour Raw Steel White defeating the Las Vegas Tour Rebels 4-3. In the first game of the event, these 2 matched up in a great battle that would end 7-6, with Anarchy coming out on top. In the championship, it was not quite as close this time, as the Anarchy went on to gold over Tour Raw Steel White by a final of 8-3. The Squirt division was our only odd-number division with 9 teams. The West Covina High Rollers and Revision Vanquish 99s would both win 3 games and tie each other to grab the top 2 seeds. They would face each other once again in the AA championship. This would also be a good game, but the Vanquish seemed to keep possession of the puck and control the pace of play. As a result, they would also find the back of the net a few more times than the High Rollers and took the championship 3-1. 14 teams competed in the Peewee division. We split the division into the top 6 and bottom 8 after the 3 preliminary games. Tour Raw Steel 96 Black would grab the overall number 1 seed, winning their first 3 games and only giving up 2 goals in the process. They would have continued success in the playoffs as they defeated the Revision Vanquish 97s in a semifinal. Coming out of the other semi was the Revision Vanquish 96 squad, who defeated the Tour Outcast 96 to give them their only loss of the tourney. The championship was an evenly matched game with scoring chances both ways, but the discipline and patience of the Raw Steel would prevail in this one as they went on to victory by a final of 3-1. Coming out of the Single A division was the NorCal Elite and Echelon to meet for the championship. This was also a great game that would come down to the wire. It was 2-2 until number 18 Matt Swanson would score the go-ahead goal that would prove to be the game winner. It was Matt's second of the game, and the Elite would head back up Highway 5 with the gold and the win 3-2. The Bantam division was the same size as the Peewee division with 14 teams, and we witnessed a ton of great Bantam games throughout the weekend. Tour Raw Steel Yellow grabbed the overall number 1 seed but fell just short in the semifinal to the NorCal Elite Brown in overtime, 4-3. It was Elite's second straight OT win, as they got past the Outcast 94 in their first playoff game, 3-2. They faced Mission Bauer 94 in the AA Championship after they defeated the Las Vegas Tour Rebels in their semifinal. The championship game was fast-paced, and the NorCal Elite had plenty of scoring chances. But Mission Bauer's goalie Holden Melgoza was full of answers, and Mission Bauer won the gold by a final of 5-1. For the Single A final, the Bender Blades would get past NorCal Elite White, and La Beta XDH Armada would defeat the West Covina High Rollers to set up the final. The Bender Blades jumped out to a 4-1 lead, but La Beta XDH Armada would battle back and make it a game. The Bender Blades' number 13 Garrett Vincent scored his second goal of the game for the Blades. That proved to be the game winner as they went on to victory by a final of 5-4. The 10-team midget division was also a very balanced one. The RBK Junior Ducks Orange grabbed the number 1 seed with 3 wins. They would defeat the Raw Steel Black in the semi, which is actually a very talented Bantam team playing up. In the other semi, the Rink Rat Mission team would battle hard with the Outcast 92s, but fell short 3-2 to set up the final. The Outcasts lost to the Ducks 5-3 in the preliminary round. But as the cliche goes, it's hard to beat a good team twice in a row. The Outcasts would prevail in the rematch by a final of 3-1. The Midget A division saw the Outcast 93s get past the Bandits Hockey Club 5-3, and the Revision Devil Dogs came from behind to defeat the West Covina High Rollers 5-4 in the semifinals. I'm not quite sure what the reason was for such a lopsided victory in this final, as both teams played close games all tourney until this game. Championship would be all Devil Dogs from start to finish, as they easily took care of the Outcast 93s 9-1. We combined the junior men's division to give us an 8-team division. The Las Vegas Tour Rebels would grab the number 1 seed and face Saddleback College in the AA semifinal. They would go on to win that game 5-2 and face the Spray, who defeated the Red Army in the other semi 3-2. The Rebels are a strong junior squad and really took it to the short-handed Spray in the championship, taking the title in a lopsided affair. The Single A championship would be a little closer, as it would match up the LA Dragons Platinum versus the LA Dragons Silver. In this inter-club battle, the LA Dragons Platinum team took this final by a score of 6-4 and have their sights set on the Men's Platinum Championship in Florida. For more information on this and our other regionals from across the country, including photos, videos, and blogs, log on to NARCH.com. For more information on this and our other regionals from across the country, including photos, videos, and blogs, log on to NARCH.com. For the NARCH Regional Weekend Report from NBC Universal Studios in Hollywood, I'm Nick Gizmondi.